Welcome to another episode of So Far Unsaid. So we've been talking about the Arabic language. I know both of us have spent time abroad. We've lived and studied in Egypt. So tell me a bit more about your experience in Egypt. I know you've been a number of times.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time in Egypt learning Arabic. I think it's a very good place to study Arabic. Dialect or Fusha. They also have, the al-Azhar University there. You've got many courses that you can take over there as well to study Arabic. But it's one of the better places to study Arabic. I would say that, along with Palestine, is probably one of the two best places that you could go to study Arabic.
And what was your time like each time you've been?
So I usually go there for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I know it's not a lot. I have so many other commitments. It's hard to go when you have a working life here and then take like 2-3 months in one go to study Arabic. So like if you can take 2 or 3 weeks, there are a lot of courses available, like 3-week courses, 2-week, 4 weeks, and you can go there and you do learn quite a lot in that time frame because you actually apply what you learn as well. You can use a lot of the words outside when you go out.
I think immersion is the way. You can use it whilst you're at your residence. You can use it whilst grabbing a taxi, while ordering food, and your day-to-day converse with other people, and you gather a whole new appreciation of the Arabic world, in particular Cairo, Egypt, wherever it is that you go. In Cairo, there are still a significant proportion of people that will understand Fusha. My primary concern is Fusha. It's not dialect. But for some people it will be. So in Cairo, I do think it's quite a historic city, and it kind of offers everything for everyone, whatever you want.
Yeah, I think in terms of the Fusha, I think most Arabs will be able to understand Fusha. They may not reply back in it, but they'll definitely understand you, which gives you the chance to, practice what you're learning. But yeah, Cairo is definitely a very historical city. They say, there's a saying in Arabic which says, it will translate it to English, it says that Cairo came first, history came second. Like, it's just because how old it is. But yeah, so definitely if you were to go out there, you could benefit from like history and Arabic.
Bro, when I was at the airport, they had a saying on the wall, and it said, if you haven't seen Cairo, you haven't seen the world. And I'm pretty sure Pakistanis say the same thing about Karachi.
I don't know about Karachi, but it might be more about Islamabad, not about Karachi, bro.
Yeah, that's my end, bro. Going back to Cairo, I really enjoyed the time that I lived there, that I studied there. And for me, it was after I had studied relatively intensively here for some time. So it gave me a chance to fully immerse myself within the Arabic world and develop my skills further.
Yeah.
I think, again, Cairo, incredible city. I would say it's probably one of the most amazing cities in the world. I think, unfortunately, after 9/11, the Middle East has gained a bad reputation. And, tourism travel has fallen off from what a lot of my friends there have said. I think Cairo is an incredible city. The history there is so diverse, the culture, everything. And it's a gateway to Northern Africa. It's a gateway to the Muslim world. It's a gateway to the Arab world. Again, as a city, the population, I think, unofficially is about 20 million.
Yeah.
So, I would arguably say it's, one of the centers of the Islamic world, of the Arabic world, of the African world. If you look at all of those as a cornerstone, Egyptians and Cairo lead the way in that regard, I believe.
Yeah, even geographically, it's so centrally located. It's also the capital of the Arab League, like all the 22 countries in the Arab League. It's their capital as well. So it has a great significance. Cairo, Egypt generally has always been on the map and always will be. So yeah, you can definitely use it for a lot of things, man. Arabic especially.
What I found very interesting about Cairo, I don't see this everywhere across Africa, South Asia, the Middle East, even China. There's a large number of expats, so a large British community there, or sizable rather. You don't see that everywhere, but I can kind of begin to see why that is the case.
Yeah, it's a very friendly place. It's a very friendly place. You'll find, lots of expats. You find even the locals are very friendly over there. And there's something for everyone over there. I mean, if you get bored, you can go down to Sharm el-Sheikh. You can go to so many places. I mean, there's something for everyone there. I remember when I went to Hurghada, I was over there, and it was like people from Germany, and they say they come there every year just for diving. So like if you go there, then you go to Cairo and you'll find like people who are there for history, and then you go to Alex, people there for history, learning language, want to enjoy the beach. So Cairo is, I mean, Egypt has everything, you know, for everyone. Like you said, it is a gateway, it's a central location. You can learn Arabic there as well.
I want to close this off. One question I want to ask: what was your favorite place in Egypt?
I would say Alex. I think Cairo is quite hustle and bustle. It's good to dip in and out of and have a look at some of the artifacts down at the museum, and then go see the pyramids in Giza. But once you've seen that, it is very crowded, and I prefer Alex because Alex was a little bit more calmer with the beach, and you still get the feel of the Arab sand and the Arab sun, but just on a calmer scale.
Mine was Zamalek when I was on my bougie cafe thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Zamalek, yeah. I've been there as well. It's quite a popular place, man. There's a lot of cafes out there, shisha places as well. I mean, restaurants as well. So it's pretty cool.
It kind of accommodated to, I think, a Westerner, that particular neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whereas the other places like Dohi, or, you know, these are residential kind of areas.
Yeah.
And Wast al Balad is obviously the downtown, the center.
Maadi is really nice as well. That was like a lot of Westerners, a lot of the expats live in that area as well. So Zamalek has a very big football club as well. Like they have like this local derby is between Zamalek and Ahli, I think, and it's really, really popular. And you know, people over there, they ask you which you're meant to support, one or the other. Like you can't, you know, you have to pick one. So Zamalek is very popular. Yeah.
Would you go back again?
Yeah, probably. Most likely, I plan to go again. Definitely to continue Arabic studies. Pretty much because I've seen a lot of the stuff in Egypt. I've seen everything really that I want to see. So now, when I go back, I return just for the Arabic.
I think that's a nice way to end it off in the current series that we're talking about.